The last time Chelsea played against Newcastle in the Premier League, Newcastle smashed them 4-1. I'm talking about the Premier League because after that, Chelsea beat them in the Carabao Cup. It was on penalties at Stamford Bridge. And this Monday, under the light at Stamford Bridge, it's going to be Chelsea against Newcastle United for the second leg of the Premier League. Revenge time. It's time for Chelsea to show some muscles. To show that we still the Blues, no matter how bad we are now or how bad people think we are. We're playing home and we're going to show you. Therefore, Pochettino need to think outside the box. I completely understand how many injuries they have right now, but there is no excuse on this one. Every single team in the Premier League playing with a lot of injuries and a bunch of kids, and we can't continue giving excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ogs, your own brother. If you want to help the channel, please subscribe, share, comment down below, like, and let's go. This video is about head-to-head. I've already made another video about my predictions, my starting 11. This one is just to give you an idea what happened between the teams in the last 5 games or so. But let me just remind you the table. Liverpool, top of the table. Manchester City, second. Arsenal, third. All of them, the point difference is like 1 point or 2 points. So it's not that big. Aston Villa is a little bit down with 55 points. Tottenham Hotspur still in the qualification zone for the Champions League because this time it's going to be 5 teams, right? Manchester United still hanging there around 6th. West Ham United are 7th. Newcastle United are 8th. So 8th against 11th. Look at us. 8th against 11th. Brighton are 9th. Wolves 10th. 11th, of course, Chelsea. Fulham are 12th. Bournemouth 13th. Crystal Palace 14th. Brentford 15th. Everton 16th. Nottingham Forest are 17th. The relegation zone, you have Luton Town, Burnley, and Sheffield United. Let me now move to my head-to-head comparison and analysis between Chelsea and Newcastle United. Let's go and check on recent meetings. And if you know what the definition of boogie team is, Newcastle is one of those teams that always gives hard time to Chelsea. Not only today, okay? Back in the day, Peter Cech was there, Didier Drogba, Lampard. They still find a way to beat Chelsea. Even when Alan Pardew was about to get sacked, they played Chelsea. Under Mourinho, beat Chelsea. And Alan Pardew came back from the dead. So in the last 5 meetings between the two teams, let's start by the bottom one, okay? The old one to the new one. October 2021, Chelsea 3, Newcastle United 0. That was away. That was an away game. I don't know how we managed to beat them 3-1. It was in an empty stadium during C19 virus or something. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 0. That was at Stamford Bridge, March 2022. And then they beat Chelsea at their home, St. James Park, 1-0, and that was November 2022. And then Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1. It was at Stamford Bridge. That was May 2023. Not long ago. Under Frank Lampard, I think the last game of last season. Remember when the players came with their families and kind of say goodbye? And we'd said goodbye to more than 15 players because none of them is right now playing for Chelsea. All of them left. Pulisic, all of them. So many of them, I can't even name all of them. And the last game that we played was last November. And they beat us. Last November was 2023. 4-1. Humiliation. That was a beating, really. We completely got destroyed by them.
So do you guys think being fast is better than being slow?
Yes!
Let's now check on form guide. This is, what those teams been doing, against other teams. Newcastle United, you can tell here, they were struggling, but now they started picking up a little bit. They lost against Luton. Oh, they didn't lose. They drew against Luton 4-4 in the last 5 games in the Premier League, of course. And then they won against Nottingham Forest 3-2. And then they drew against Bournemouth 2-2. And then they got smashed by Arsenal 4-1. And then they beat Wolves at home 3-0. For Chelsea Football Club, look at us. We only won 1 game out of 5. Newcastle United, they won 2, they drew 2, they lost only 1. Chelsea lost 2, drew 2, and only won 1 against Crystal Palace. Don't get confused because we had some other wins in other competitions like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. So people confused like, oh man, we haven't won for a long time. Yes, but we won in other competitions. That makes sense? So we lost against Liverpool 4-1. Lost at home against Wolves 4-2. And then we beat Crystal Palace 3-1. We drew against Manchester City 1-1. And we drew the last game in the Premier League against Brentford away 2-2. Reminding you the position on the table here. I already talked about it, but just in case. Position on the table, Chelsea 11th, Newcastle 8th. Game won this season. Chelsea only won 10 games. Newcastle United won 12 games. Game drawn. Chelsea 6 draws. Newcastle 4 draws. The game lost. Chelsea already lost 10 games this season. I still remember when Mourinho only lost like 3 games the entire season. That is long time ago. Newcastle United lost 11 games this season. So you see, all the statistics here are not in our favor. Even if we go for player to player goals, for goals, Isak scored 11 goals. Cole Palmer 10 goals. Anthony Gordon 9 goals. You go to assists. They are leading Chelsea also when it comes to assists. Trippier 10 assists. Cole Palmer 7. Anthony Gordon 5. If you go to tackles, that's where Chelsea are leading. Conor Gallagher with 65 tackles. Trippier with 57. Moises Caicedo with 55.
What's better, doing 2 things at once or just one?
Two.
So, just to remind you, to refresh your memory, what happened the last time that they destroyed us. So, let me give you some details. So, Alexander Isak scored for them. Jamal Lascelles, Joelinton of all people also scored when he bullied Thiago Silva. And Anthony Gordon, of course, he needed to score against Chelsea. Always this guy, man. Always this guy. Okay, so for Chelsea, it was Raheem Sterling. And it was a very, very good, I think it was a free kick. Awesome free kick, top bin, and it was a goal. And I had hope when Sterling scored that free kick. But the end of the day, we ended up by losing. Man of the match that day was Anthony Gordon, of course, with 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 shot on target, 1 big chance created, 1 key pass. So let's see the result from the voting here. Jamal Lascelles came 2nd. Raheem Sterling came 3rd. Cole Palmer came like 5th. But nobody cares because you lost at the end, right? Let's check on statistics. I think we got also a red card that day because Reece James got a red card. Correct me in the comment section down below. Look at that possession. I think we were dominating until we got that red card. We were like 70% possession as always, but you know, we didn't score. And Pochettino was on the stand because he also got like a red card previously, so he wasn't on the bench. Possession 54 for Newcastle, 46 for Chelsea. Shot on target 4 for Chelsea, 5 for Newcastle United, and they score how many goals? 4 goals. Shot altogether, Chelsea had 7, Newcastle had 14. Other statistics here, I really don't care. I just wanted to give you an idea that this game on Monday is not going to be an easy one, but I'm a Chelsea fan and I will always think that my team is going to win. I've already made my match preview. I said Chelsea to win 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. Click on the link to watch the entire video. God bless and see you next time.